Welcome to a special Christmas edition of Nothing News Under the Sun. No news today. We're just going to go right into our commentary based on the Book of Ecclesiastes. So let me start by asking this one question. What have you purchased so far? I'm recording this on Christmas Eve, so you probably have most of your gifts, at least if you're like me, you have some of your gifts already purchased for everybody else. What have you purchased? Let's think about that. Now, I want you to think about what you purchased last year for everyone on Christmas. For Christmas. Was it harder to come up with that list? How about this? What did you ask for this year, if you asked for anything? If you're listening to this after you've already received the gifts, what did you receive? And now ask yourself, what did you get last year? What were your gifts last year? Can you even remember what those physical things were? What those fleeting things were? If you're a parent or a grandparent, what toys did you buy for your kids or your grandkids? And how many of those gifts are now in a landfill somewhere? How long did it take for those gifts that they had to have, that they wrote down, that they sent a letter to Santa asking for? How long did it take for them to say, this doesn't bring me pleasure anymore. I don't want to play with it. I broke it. What have we done to Christmas? Now, I know where the tradition comes from of gift giving and so forth, and I do think it's great for kids. But as we get older, I mean, honestly, what are we beating ourselves up for? Running around from store to store, fighting traffic, cursing each other, stressing ourselves out to get gifts that this time next year may not even be around again or still. In the Book of Ecclesiastes, in fact, you can probably argue most of the Book of Ecclesiastes is about this very thing. How are we spending our days under the sun in pursuit of all these things that are so temporal? Some of these gifts won't even last a week. You know this from experience. Every single one of them will be temporary. Every single one of them will be gone. Every single one of them will be in a landfill someday. But we are reminded at the same time that we're stressing out over all this stuff, we are reminded this season that there is one thing that is eternal, that will not end up in a landfill, and that's our soul. That is the greatest gift that we've ever received. So how are you taking care of that? Because the promise of Christianity, the promise of the Bible, the promise of Christ is that no matter how damaged, no matter how scratched, how dirty, how uninterested in it we become, our soul is eternal. And I think we better start taking care of that and stressing out a little more over that than what the most popular toy is, what the most popular video game is, the pursuit of having the greatest gift. You want to impress somebody and so forth. The Book of Ecclesiastes is based on Solomon for the most part. Solomon was the wisest and wealthiest man in history. And even he was receiving gifts, from dignitaries, royalty from other countries that would come to visit him. They would always bring gifts. And there was always an exchange of materials between. So even these people were bringing gifts to Solomon. What could they possibly have meant to him? Someone who had just everything. I mean, put Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and all of them and put them all together, and they probably don't match how wealthy Solomon was for his time. And even Solomon finally came to the conclusion through his process of Ecclesiastes, came to the conclusion that it's all meaningless. It's all vanity. It's all chasing after the wind. So as you're ripping open the wrapping paper, as you're pulling out the tissue paper from the gift bags, just remember what's inside. You probably won't remember this time next year. You most likely won't even have it anymore. And it's most likely buried in the ground somewhere. Just like we all will be one day. What will be there is your soul. And at Christmas time, we are reminded that no matter how damaged, no matter how dirty and scratched and used up our soul has been, there is redemption. There is the offer of forgiveness through Christ. And I hope you remember that gift today. Folks, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Throughout the Book of Ecclesiastes, 5 times we're told, or we're encouraged to eat, drink, and be merry, and enjoy the fruits of our labor, and enjoy our families. So do that. Do that today and tomorrow and throughout the year. Just please remember that. That is the best we're going to do during our days under the sun. Merry Christmas. I wish you all the best for 2018. And please do not have a great day today. Get out there and make it a great day. Talk to you soon. Hey, folks, if you're enjoying these broadcasts, could you please do me a favor and just like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And I would love to hear your comments. I'd love to read your comments down below. So it's been a pleasure these last few months. I'll keep doing it if people want me to keep doing it. But it would help to hear from you guys. So like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks so much. Merry Christmas, everybody. Enjoy.